There's some really bad Instagram advice out there, and I hear new myths about the app every single day. So in today's video, I'm gonna take a moment to debunk some of the biggest Instagram myths or sort of advice by Instagram gurus that you might be hearing that you should not be focusing on and what you can be doing instead. Hi there, welcome back to my channel. I'm Laura, I'm an Instagram and marketing expert, and I help service-based businesses build and scale their business with the power of Instagram. So if that's you, do not forget to hit subscribe, but also hit the bell so you can stay tuned for more content. Okay, so the first myth that I keep hearing over and over again is that people are afraid to switch to a business account on Instagram, but instead focus on keeping a creator account or even a personal account, because apparently they think that if you switch to a business account, you're actually gonna basically decrease your reach, decrease your engagement, because Instagram will want you to pay for reach, so you'll have to look at ads because you're a business, right? So I completely understand where this comes from, because indeed on Facebook, this is the case. If you are a business on Facebook and you have a business page, organic reach is pretty much dead. You do have to pay for reach on there. That's why Facebook ads are such a huge thing. However, on Instagram, this is not exactly the case. Instagram does really still give you organic reach, whether you have a professional profile, a creator profile, or a personal profile. All that Instagram cares about at the end of the day is keeping people on the app. So if your content keeps people on Instagram, keeps them entertained, whether it's by swiping through your carousels or watching your reels or whatever type of content you're putting out there, Instagram will reward you and push you to other people, whether you're a business or not. And same goes if you are already a business owner and you have a business profile on Instagram, but you're also running ads. That doesn't mean that you're not gonna get organic reach. Do not think that your organic reach has plummeted because of that. It really is not the case. At the end of the day, if you're not reaching enough people, it might be something with your content. It might be, that what worked yesterday is not working today anymore, and it's up to you to change things up and come up with better content. Do switch to a business profile, because there's a lot of reasons why this is going to be better actually for your Instagram, rather than sticking to a creator or even worse, a personal profile. So the first reason why is that actually on the business profile, you have really nice features such as ways of contacting that are going to make it a lot easier for you to also obviously build your business on Instagram. Second of all, Instagram shopping is becoming increasingly important, and of course they were only going to give those features to the more professional profiles. And third of all, and this is especially for people sticking to a personal profile, you're not going to have any insights if you do not have a professional account. So you need your insights of your content to know what you can be working on. And also, as soon as you have a professional account, you can link it to apps like Facebook Creator Studio or Facebook Business Suite. And if you've been following me for a little while, you'll know that I absolutely love these two tools by Facebook, and I use them for my Instagram. Facebook Business Suite is basically a desktop app that you can use to basically manage your community, to reply on DMs or to reply comments and all of that. And then Facebook Creator Studio is to schedule all your content. If you want to know more about my whole process with scheduling, batching, and all of that, I do have a video on that, so I'll link it above. So yeah, keep in mind, business profiles, they're not gonna hurt your growth or anything like that. I still have a business profile. My business has a business profile. My business partners, my clients, everyone has a business profile, and they're growing just fine on Instagram. It's really a myth that probably came from the whole, Facebook theory, but Instagram's still a different world out there. So yeah, we're seeing amazing results with business profiles, so do not get sidetracked. Instead, take advantage of the extra features that you get on a business profile, because that will actually help you. Okay, then a second myth or really bad Instagram advice that I still see people giving, which is really bad to think about. I even see courses and coaches teaching this, but that is to use engagement pods. So what's an engagement pod? An engagement pod is basically a group of people, whether they come together on WhatsApp or Messenger, or whether it's Telegram, whatever app they use to stay in touch, or even on Slack. Basically what they do is that you have a group of people where they have a group chat, and every time they will post on Instagram, they will share the link to their post on there so people can engage on it. So basically the aim of the game is, what they think it will help them with, is that they get initial engagement and a bit more engagement from these people in that group on Instagram. So Instagram's gonna think, oh, this must be a great piece of content because all these people are liking it. So they would push it to more people. However, in reality, this is not the case. So this is a myth. Do not do this. Engagement pods actually harm your account in so many different ways. Yes, you're getting engagement, but first of all, it's fake engagement. It's not from the people that you might be trying to reach. Maybe in that engagement pod, you have all kinds of people, but not necessarily your target audience or your target clients that you're trying to reach. So if these people are engaging, Instagram's gonna think that those people are the people you want to be in touch with, and they're gonna push your content to more people like that, which is gonna hurt your account in the long run. But actually, on top of that, Instagram is not that stupid. You know, they do notice where your reach is coming from, so they know whether it's coming from a homepage or from a link, all these kind of things. You know, Instagram can notice what you're doing, and if they notice that you're, let's say, in an engagement pod, they might actually limit your reach as a result, because they do not like this. It's against the terms and conditions. So really, just do not waste your time on it. You're literally gonna waste your time commenting or liking other people's posts that you're probably not interested in. On top of that, you're getting fake engagement. Instagram might even punish you if they find out, and it simply just doesn't work to begin with, because yes, in the Instagram algorithm, they think about initial engagement to push it to more people. However, this is fake engagement, and since they realize it's not coming from a normal homepage or a normal sort of source, it's not gonna have the same effect. So instead, again, and I know I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but that time that you could be spending there, instead spend it on creating great content or spend it on money generating activities inside your business. So let's say having sales calls or selling in your stories so you can maybe sign some clients, all these kind of things that would actually move the needle in your business. And I completely get it that, you know, when you start out, your engagement is very low and you feel like you have to rely on an engagement pod to get some sort of traction and all of that. I'm not saying that meaningful engagement doesn't have its place, but engagement pods are usually not meaningful, so keep that aside. And I completely, again, get where you're coming from. When I started out, I remember being so desperate that I would ask my family and friends to like my Instagram post, but in reality, I realized very quickly that was not helping me at all, and those 5 likes did not make the difference. So again, focus on your content, focus on what's important, but engagement can play a role, so let's get to that right away. So another myth there is around engagement is that you have to engage hours every single day to make it happen on Instagram. Yes, I wanted to talk about engagement because I do believe in engagement. I do not believe, on the other hand, that you have to engage hours every day to grow on Instagram. I've never engaged hours and I still grew on Instagram, and in reality, again, you're gonna be spending so much time to pretty much turn into a real life Instagram spammy bot to get a few extra eyeballs on your content. It's really not gonna help you to that extent if you do it to that level and so spammy. Instead, I want you to focus on meaningful engagement. So meaningful engagement is gonna rely on a few ways of how you engage. So first of all, which profiles you engage, and second of all, what type of engagement is it? So with which profiles that I think you should be engaging with is mainly profiles that are gonna help you with visibility in front of your ideal clients. So that means that you should be looking at Instagram accounts and maybe make a list of these accounts or search for them, but make a list of, let's say, 10 to 20 Instagram accounts that you know your ideal client is following. So they could be competitors, they could be complementary accounts. So let's say you're a social media manager and you know that your ideal client might also follow that graphic designer. So that's a really nice complementary account. But they could also even be, you know, big names or influencers in your industry that you know your ideal client is probably following. So make a list of these people, and instead I want you to focus on building meaningful engagement and meaningful connection with these people, because those are the people that will move the needle in your business as well. So that will be meaningful engagement. So what you then should do is obviously network a bit on Instagram, build your community, build your tribe. It is going to lead to so many opportunities that you probably didn't even think were possible. But also when you then comment and do the more normal engagement stuff, comment things that also position you as an expert and that make you stand out. So let's say you're following this influencer that you know your ideal client is following, and she just talked about, let's say, diet culture, and you're in the nutrition niche, so it's really relevant to you. And you want to say something like, yeah, I agree or I don't agree, and bring some value to that post. Well, if you do that and actually take time to write something down that positions you as an expert, as well as it should still be respectful towards a content creator, then that's also going to help you obviously stand out in the comment section. And especially if that person has a big following, a lot of people will see those comments, and that might also bring some extra traffic to your Instagram account and get some extra eyeballs onto your account. So yeah, focus on meaningful engagement with the right people, and obviously by engaging things that are meaningful, so not just the hands up emoji or cool or nice picture. That's definitely not going to help you stand out or give you the right sort of traffic flow that you're looking for. before. But second of all, what I also wanted to say about engagement, and if you would spend hours a day engaging, is that Instagram actually doesn't really like that because it can come across as very spammy behavior. So if you're gonna, let's say, engage hours, 5 hours a day, Instagram might generally think you're a bot and restrict your sort of actions on Instagram and maybe restrict you for a few hours. But sometimes it's even for a few days that you literally cannot like a single picture, comment, or anything, that you're really restricted on the app. So avoid that by just being a normal human being and building normal, meaningful connections and not really trying to go into that spammy behavior, because honestly, in the long run, it's not going to help you and you're really just wasting a lot of time that you could have spent on things that could help you grow faster. So my main takeaway, engagement is not bad, but the amount of it, keep it to something that's reasonable. There's a schedule that I always recommend my clients, and a schedule that I used to follow is that you literally can do it with as little as an hour a day. So let's say you want to do 15-30 minutes in the morning, 15-30 minutes around lunchtime, and then maybe let's say half an hour in the evening or afternoon, right before and right after you post on Instagram. So you're online and you can obviously also reply to the comments and DMs that you're receiving. That's just a more reasonable amount of engagement. If you're very new and you want to higher your chances, you could do a bit more than that, but I really, again, would not recommend you to spend hours and hours a day, because honestly, that's not what's gonna make or break your success on Instagram. Okay, then a third myth, and I know that there's some Instagram gurus teaching this as well, is that they're saying that you have to put all the value in the caption and write these really long blog posts in the caption that is filled with storytelling or educational content or anything like that. Now, in reality, yes, you should be focusing on telling a story or educating or entertaining or inspiring your audience. That is true. The only issue I have with this sort of advice is that it's not actually the best way to grow on Instagram, simply because people on Instagram are actually overwhelmed and lazy. Let me explain. When you're scrolling on Instagram, you're probably overwhelmed with information. There's so much content, there's so much noise, there's a lot happening, stories, reels, carousels, a bit of everything. So you're overwhelmed, first of all. And second of all, you're probably quite lazy because you're just scrolling. You're passively scrolling. So it's not like you're looking to read a whole essay on a specific topic. So if you're gonna then write all the value in a caption, most people are just gonna maybe see a picture or a visual, double tap, and that's it. For them to read the whole caption, especially if it's a really long caption that is quite overwhelming, most people will not take the time to do that. So you're really not getting that many eyeballs on your actual content, which is obviously a shame. Of course, your real true fans that already love you, or friends and family, they might read it because they're genuinely interested. However, new people, and for you to grow your account with new people and build a loyal community, that's not going to be the best way. You really want to make sure that your content stands out and hooks people in. So whether it's a carousel, make sure the first slide grabs people's attentions, speaks to their goals, struggles, whatever it is that you're trying to bring in your content. Whether it's, let's say, a reel, make sure that your hook, the first sentence or the start or the first few seconds of your reel really also grabs people's attention and hooks them into whatever it is that you're gonna share then afterwards. So just putting in the caption is really not enough. So yeah, focus on that instead. And yeah, I get it. It's gonna take you a lot more time to create really, value-packed reels or value-packed carousels and so forth when it comes to design, and really translating the content into something visual takes time, design-wise and all of that. But if it was that easy by just writing a little caption under a picture, then everyone would be have a huge following on Instagram. Unfortunately, today that's really not enough. You're gonna have to go the extra mile and really make sure that your content is fully optimized to also grow a community from scratch, and not just, keep people happy that already want to learn from you and are happy to do the effort and read your whole blog post. Okay, and the last myth that I absolutely need to bust is that you have to rely on hashtags to grow on Instagram. If you know me, I'm not a hashtag girl at all. Like, I have been growing really well the past year on Instagram, and I can assure you almost nothing comes from hashtags. It's all through Explore, the homepage, and word of mouth. See, my experience shows that, hashtags are not necessary. However, I would totally recommend you to have a hashtag strategy, because there's nothing hurting, to just put those hashtags in your caption and just have them there. I would recommend putting them there even, because it's gonna also help Instagram understand what your content is about and to who they should be pushing it. However, do not think that the hashtags are gonna be the magical key to Instagram growth, because in reality, that's very often not the case. Instead, I really want you to focus on your content and really really understand how you can create a word of mouth. At the end of the day, if people follow you, it's because people are talking about you, people are sharing stuff from you and recommending you to others. And Instagram's not different than real life, you know. So at the end of the day, if your content does that, it creates that word of mouth, it creates that shareability, but especially also savability, so that people want to go back to it and really learn from you, then you will grow on Instagram. So focus on your content, let go of hashtags, engagement groups, focus on obviously also your content being visual, so don't just put everything in the caption, and just use that business account. Honestly, you're not suddenly gonna have a really bad Instagram engagement. So that's it for today's video. I actually have so many myths and bad advice still in mind, but I limited it to 5 for this video. If you want to see more of these sort of myths busting, let me know in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. Maybe I'll make a little series and just do 5 every once in a while. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ooh, and enjoy the bloopers as well. Bye! Haha. Things that people believe. Am I a marketing? Ah, no, I'm an Instagram and marketing expert. Oh, my hair. Okay, is it okay? Is my ear looking weird?